Hi, welcome to Emmaus Heartburn as we open the pages of the Bible and allow Jesus to explain to us the things concerning himself in all the scriptures. Proverbs 4 verse 23 states, "Keep your heart with all diligence, for from it flows the springs of life." Despite the first 5 books of the Bible being full of statutes, ordinances, and God's commandment, this final book of the Torah, Deuteronomy, has a consistent focus on what is internal, not just concerning external conformance, but on matters of the heart. In fact, the word heart appears 46 times in the book of Deuteronomy. Furthermore, as this book constitutes Moses' farewell discourse and instructions to the Israelites, the writings reveal a more heartfelt approach, appealing for conviction and not just mere conformance. As you read through Numbers 31 to Deuteronomy chapter 12 this week, whenever you come across the word heart, mark it down. You may be surprised to the highly relational nature of the Torah. Furthermore, there is also a passing on of the leadership mantle from Aaron to Eleazar and from Moses to Joshua. In coming to the end of the 40 years of wandering in the wilderness, the seed of Abraham has definitely multiplied, and now the promise of the land is just around the corner. However, first things first, Deuteronomy reminds us that keeping the heart precedes keeping the land. Here are some thoughts to help you to connect the dots. In winding down the book of Numbers, it is a worthwhile reminder to note that Israel was a theocratic nation, and they act to extend the rule and judgment of a righteous God. Even the timing of the Israelites' entry into Canaan is in line with the prophecy given to Abraham in Genesis 15, verse 16, where the sin of the Amorites needed to reach its full measure before judgment is meted out. Yahweh is not only the righteous God for Israel, but also for all the other nations as well. Inasmuch as all the families of the earth shall be blessed through Abraham, Yahweh is both the source of blessing and also the source of righteous judgment. That is why Moses needed to speak the law the second time. Deuteronomy in Greek means second law. This is spoken the second time round so that the sons of Israel will be reminded that Yahweh is about justice and mercy, grace and truth. In other words, do not be deceived. God is not mocked, for whatever a man sows, this he will also reap. Despite the congregation being the new generation, the message is still the old, consistent message, which addresses the issues of the heart. Firstly, our state of relationship. Secondly, the revelation of character. And thirdly, addressing inner rebelliousness. First, relationship matters. Deuteronomy 6 verses 4 to 6 highlights that the commandments of God are given to facilitate a love relationship between Yahweh and his treasured possessions. If we love God, we will obey his commandments. Secondly, in terms of revelation of character, the wilderness journey was a revealer of what was in the people's heart. Humility was what Yahweh was looking for, but haughtiness and pride became the downfall for the first generation. And thirdly, it was addressing rebelliousness. Although the circumcision of the flesh was the mark of the Abrahamic covenant, Yahweh was looking for the circumcision of the heart to address the sin of rebelliousness rather than just ritualistic adherence. Here's an activity idea. Take a second look at the 10 commandments listed in Deuteronomy chapter 5 and compare that with Jesus' Sermon on the Mount from Matthew chapter 5 to Matthew chapter 7 and begin to make the heart connection behind the 10 commandments. For example, the heart of murder is unresolved anger, or the heart of adultery is the spirit of lust. Talk to your children not only about the letter of the commandment, but also about the spirit or the heart of the commandment as well. Jesus said, "Do not think that I came to abolish the law or the prophets. I did not come to abolish, but to fulfill. For truly I say to you, until heaven and earth pass away, not the smallest letter or stroke shall pass away from the law until all is accomplished. God required active obedience of the Israelites in the Old Testament. That active obedience was detailed and difficult because God wanted them to realize that they could not be righteous enough to deserve His mercy and grace. He was setting the stage for the entrance of His Son, Jesus Christ, who would fulfill every letter of the law. Through Jesus' active obedience, He fulfilled the totality of the law's requirements. Jesus said, I always do the things that please Him, referring to His Father. Where the sons of the first Adam failed, the last Adam, Jesus Christ, succeeded in perfectly obeying the law so that we now share in the redemptive benefits of double imputation. Our filthy rags given to Him in exchange for His robe of righteousness, made possible by His death on the cross and His perfect life of obedience to the Father. What a marvelous exchange. Praise be unto God. May your hearts continue to burn within you as Jesus Christ explained the pages of scriptures to you on your road to Emmaus. We welcome your comments, feedback, and questions. Please post them in the comment section in the blog below.